Hello, my listeners. Welcome to our Dream to Rise podcast. And I'm so happy and grateful to have my guest speaker, Miss Tywanah Evette, who
Yes.
is, how is that, did I
Yes.
pronounce it correctly? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. An intuitive healer and psychic with 35 years of business experience has transitioned into a deeper spiritual realm. She guided entrepreneurs and even White House appointees, blending intuition and empathy to navigate professional and personal challenges. And she embraces this new chapter as a soulful evolution, guided by her mother, Lorraine. Tiwana offers intuitive healing, psychic insight, and spiritual wisdom. Her aim is to create harmony between material and spiritual realms for personal growth. Without further ado, let us welcome Tiwana Evette. Hello, Tiwana.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me here.
I'm glad that you accepted the invitation. You responded to my request.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
The calling. Sometimes we are being called to spread our message to the world, right?
Yes. Yes.
There's a reason. Uh-huh.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and I know you have gone through so much, and I would just like let us start. Okay, let us start. Probably you could share with us because I would love to hear your story. Share with us the story we're in. I mean, what have you gone through that
hmm
brought you to where you are right now?
I am an incest survivor.
Mhm.
So that's where my childhood was built upon. Not a healthy relationship between, male and female. My father was not a good man. Um, so what that did was it made me choose poor partners. It made me not look for healthy individuals, but instead I was grasping at hurting individuals who had not healed yet. And 2.5 years ago, I was dating someone who I thought was a better person. He was a fourth grade teacher. How bad can that be? He's admired in the community. And we started dating in 2020. And by March of 2022, he had stripped me of my self esteem, isolated me from family and friends, was controlling of my money, even though we didn't move in together yet. Um, Very controlling of me, didn't want me to go on trips, didn't want me to, like really be around family and things like that. And he would scream at me for 3 or 4 days at a time, just
Mhm.
yelling about his own insecurities. It really had nothing to do with me. And so I tried to take my life because I felt so worthless, so ashamed, so useless because he just took my whole childhood and recreated it. And so, I had to go to the hospital and stay for a little while. And I moved back to DC. And a year and a half later is when my therapist said, "You do know you were abused. This is domestic abuse, right?" And I'm thinking to myself, no, he never hit me. Like, how is that abuse? And she really had to like break it down into bite-sized pieces for me, how that psychological abuse is abuse. um
It's more on emotional and
exactly.
mental.
It's a mental head game. And
Mhm.
so yeah, it took her a year and a half to convince me that I was in an abusive relationship. um but in the meantime, I kind of turned that experience around because I made a choice at that point to stay single and heal from what happened in my childhood, heal from what happened in my adulthood, and, just really do what I needed to do to heal all of these emotions and things that caused me to pick these people.
So
So,
at what age you made that decision?
47.
Ah, that late?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh,
I'm 49 now. So
also
yes.
it was just 2 years ago.
Yes.
You are free. Do you feel that you're free?
100% free. I'm very transparent. I talk about my entire life, every mistake I've made, I talk about it. Um, I have never felt this good emotionally. I've never loved me. So to have love for myself now, and there's nobody around me telling me, oh, you're great or anything, it's literally just me. I love me. I found something of value in myself.
So how is now your relationship with your father?
I don't have a partner right now.
Oh,
Um, I after that I stayed single so that I, didn't make the same mistakes and fall into the same bad habits. Um,
how long have you been in a relationship?
I'm
Okay.
not in a relationship.
No, with
Oh, 2 years with him.
2 years.
It was 2 years with him. So
Oh,
from 2020 to 2022.
okay.
Yes.
And you
Um,
also live within your area, in the DC area? No.
no, he lives, I used to live in Atlanta and
Ah,
he lives there still. I left.
oh, right.
It was better for me to leave the state. There was too much pain there.
So how did this impacted you? You had to stay in your dark bubble because I was also in that dark bubble for 6 years. And
Um,
how did it impact you, your health and well-being, your relationship, your
my health
career?
declined because I was eating potato chips every day, not realizing that the crunching was anxiety.
Oh,
So I was literally eating potato chips all day, every day. And I just recently had a friend tell me, that grounds your body. You're anxious. That's why you were chewing so much. So since I was eating potato chips every day, I gained weight. Um, I have a really bad back condition from a car accident that got worse. I can't I can't do like loud televisions or loud noises anymore. It's really strange. I need softer lighting, softer noises. I try to keep things calm.
because
Because
you
it
got
just
used to that kind of
yes,
experience.
yes, that
I
constant
love.
cycling.
Uh-huh.
Eggshells, walking on eggshells, being, oh my God, when he comes home, what mood is he going to be in? Is he going to be nice tonight? Am I
Uh-huh.
doing this right? Am I doing that right? It's a constant battle. And so once you get away from that, you appreciate the quiet,
Mhm.
And so yeah, I was on medication for a while. I did start having seizures again. I have epilepsy, and they had stopped for 7 years. And now I have seizures again. Um,
It triggered this one because
yes,
of that relationship. Oh my.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So my doctors work really hard. I have great doctors here. Um, and yeah, so that's how it affected my body. I lost the relationship with my kids.
Oh, you have kids?
Yes, I have three daughters. We don't have not together. But I have three daughters that are grown-ups from a previous marriage, my
Previous
first marriage.
marriage. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes. And they really don't want anything to do with me because
Uh,
in their eyesight, I tried to leave this world over a man. They don't know what I was going through. I never shared it with them.
Mm,
I never told them.
mhm.
And you know, when we have unhealed trauma, it affects our children.
Oh, yes.
And so I give them that right and that space, and I applaud them for being as brave as they are to tell me that, you know, they don't want me in their life right now. Because that has, you know, you have to be really brave to
Yes.
do that. So I see my daughters as brave. They're very brave women, and I'm proud of them. Very proud of
How
them.
old are they now?
31,
Older.
25, and 24.
So they're adults. They're all
Yes,
adults.
they're all adults, they're all thriving on their own, living in their own spaces. Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, so we made it through adulthood.
So you were divorced before.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what made you decide to to make that shift that enough is enough? Did you just when you were experiencing this health problem that you were having this uh epilepsy attack, the seizures again, or
No, it was losing my daughters.
uh
That's what made, you know, losing the relationship with them is what made me finally say, enough is enough. I'm gonna finish, I'm gonna finish healing
uh-huh.
because they're worth it.
See, it's always our children that
Yes.
the decision. It's the same with me. It was my son, wherein I made the decision to leave my dark bubble.
Hmm.
And it's always for the children, and I know it impacted them so much. We were
Yes.
also living in fear, the same with you, walking on
Yes.
eggshells. But the good thing is you've made that decision.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
have they connected with you, or have you tried connecting with them?
Um, I I leave the line open for communication. We've had like business type texts like, oh, I messaged my daughter and said I renewed the Costco membership, you know. So
Uh,
we've had like very business like texts, nothing personal or emotional. I don't think they're ready for it yet. Um, and if it happens, it'll happen in their time. You know what I mean? I have to understand that they're adults and this is their decision, and I have to respect it. It doesn't matter that I'm their mom.
mhm,
It matters that I respect who they are and the boundaries that they have.
mhm. Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, then what do you, because you know what, I just don't know if, do you believe in manifestation? Because when you have made that decision and that's for your children, what was your dream? That's why you've made that decision to leave and then start a new life of your own. What was
My
your dream during that time?
my dream has always been to help other women in their healing journey. My dream, I was in a group home at 15, and my dream has always been to help women like me, women who, you know, were traumatized in childhood and didn't know how to make the right decisions and, you know, had to wear a different mask for everybody. That's always been my dream, and that's what I do now.
So
That's
what did you do to make to do what you're doing? What
I started changing the way I think about myself. I started, you know, meditating. I started journaling. I started to spend more time by myself.
Mm-mm.
Affirmations, you know, listening to positive podcasts and things like that. Hypnotherapy, Akashic record readings. That's what my healing journey has looked like. And you know, all of it has played a significant role. So it's an exciting thing. it's truly an exciting thing to be on this side, you know, and not see it so much as uphill anymore. It's kind of just flattened out now as I've, you know, gotten more tools to be able to deal with adversity and things like that, or to be able to spot issues in a relationship, you know, since I've gotten healthier. Um, it's a good feeling to
So
be here.
have you created, it seems that you've started a business, an
Yes,
entrepreneur. So
yes.
what is, I know I have shared in the introduction. What's the name of your business again?
Black Butterfly Goddess.
Ah, okay, Black Bar.
And yes, that
So it's
is
a
who
coaching business as well.
mentorship. I'm not a certified coach yet.
Uh-huh.
So I have to say it's a mentorship business where I'm putting things in place to help people who have been through incest, or to help them recognize they're dating someone who you know, could be potentially violent or abusive.
Mhm.
So yes, I'm in the process of creating a mentorship program. I've got a few resources up there about, you know, dealing with someone who's a potential covert narcissist. Um, I do oracle readings to help, you know, blend the spiritual world with our world. Just and using my voice on podcast to be able to share my story and let other women know they're not alone, that they, you know, that I see them, I am them, you know, if you need my help, reach out. That's the way I try to operate now. Every day I just want to get up and inspire someone,
That's,
even if it's just to smile at Walmart.
I agree. Smile is free. So why not use it, right?
Exactly, exactly.
And you don't know how you can impact other people, especially those who are going through so much struggles, right?
Yes, it's that
Uh-huh.
simple sometimes. It's that
Uh-huh.
simple.
And I love that you have discovered your dream, your purpose.
Yes, I
And
have.
I know you're still in the process of healing, especially with your children. And
Yes,
I hope, I'm sure when they see you helping other people, they will reach out to you.
I agree. I
Uh-huh.
agree.
And and I like me, my children, I raised them up because after my husband passed away after the second restraining order, and then I was blocked, and we were
Mm,
blocked by his family because I was blamed for his death after he died of a massive cardiac arrest after his
my
second
God.
restraining order. I told my children that we, uh, as a family, we will be here to support each other. So no
Hmm.
matter what happens, each one of us will be here. And we became closer, a lot closer.
Hmm.
And even though they um they make fun of me because of my accent, and I always tell them, you know what? I don't care about the accent. I'm that's why I am Cynthia, because of my accent. And then
Right.
the most important thing is the message that we share.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I'm glad they're supporting me on that thing, because
That's beautiful.
they could see that I'm helping a lot of people, and it's now global that we are doing this globally. And hey, there's truly light at the end of the tunnel, no
There
matter.
is. There
Uh-huh.
is.
Uh-huh.
We just can't see it when we're inside, you know, when we're buried under all of the details. We can't see it, but there definitely is light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes. I would just like to ask, because for me, forgiveness was the main thing
Hmm.
that made me do what I'm doing, that made me share my story.
Hmm.
Have you reached a point wherein you have already forgiven your partner, and
Yes.
then the incest experience?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I've made it through I don't hate him anymore. He just is who he is.
Uh-huh.
Um, I forgive him. I had to forgive him a long time ago because I couldn't move on if I didn't.
Correct.
Even with my own life, that energy would have hindered me from being in some of the spaces that I'm welcomed in now. So I don't harbor unforgiveness for anyone anymore.
Very good.
People just are who they are, and it's not personal.
Mhm.
Everybody has gone through their own trauma. Everybody has gone through their own lives, and we don't know why people do the things that they do.
Mhm.
So no, there's not one person that I have not forgiven.
And it's not condoning what they did, no? But it's
No.
not, yeah, what they did is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We don't support that. What we are trying to do is we need forgiveness so that we may be released by that past
Yes.
pain.
Yes.
We may be released by the resentment, the anger that we still harbor in our hearts. And that's a heavy
Yes.
baggage to carry.
It is. It really
Uh-huh.
is.
Yes.
But you're very correct. Forgiveness plays a huge role in being on the other side of the healing journey. Now, we're never completely healed, and I know it's an ever evolving
Yeah.
process, but to forgive the people who have hurt me the most, I literally like lost weight when it happened. It was crazy that even my body lost weight because you're holding on to so much, your body starts to react to it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I've forgiven everyone. My father, my ex. I don't have the energy to hate anyone anymore. It's exhausting.
So are you now open for any relationship?
Yes, I am
Oh.
now open to entertaining, but they understand that it's going to be a process
Yes, it's
because
a long
I
process.
I'm yeah, I'm a lot more cautious now, and I'm not going to ignore the red flags. So
Yes. I know. And that now we become um we try to apply what we have learned from the past, right?
yes,
The lessons
yes,
learned, and then we are apply them and then move forward.
exactly.
That's our life, the journey that we have to take. And someone asked me, Cynthia, how do you believe in forgive and forget? And I don't know, how would you answer that?
I don't believe in forgive and forget only because you have to be held accountable for your actions. So just because I've forgiven you, it doesn't mean you get to come back into my life.
Mhm.
It means that if I see you in the street, I'm not going to scream, I hate you.
Uh-huh.
But it 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 also means that I might not even acknowledge your presence at all because you're just nothing to me anymore.
Yeah.
So no, I don't believe in forgive and forget. I believe in forgive and move on.
Yeah. Actually, yes, that's the same thing. I agree. I we could forgive,
Mm-hmm.
but for me, forget it's not about harboring the past pain. It's
Mm-mm.
just a matter of what have I learned? That's why in
Yes.
history, we go back, or what was the history, right? So
Yes.
it's there, history is there, but we keep on changing. And
Mm-hmm.
that's changing how we view life, changing how we see other people, how we
Yes.
interact and engage with other people. And we now value ourselves
Yes.
other than before, right? So it's just a matter of, yes, I don't forget what happened because it gave me that opportunity to learn my lessons. I used to
Yes.
be very submissive before,
Mm-hmm.
but after that
Same.
relationship, I am able to express my feelings now.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Because we were raised like that, to be submissive as a wife.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right. exactly. And yeah, even though we weren't married yet, I was still very submissive to him.
Uh-huh.
Um, and yeah, it's because that's the way I was raised. We didn't have all the internet and all of
Yes.
the things. We had encyclopedias and dictionaries and history books, and that was it. And
Mhm.
so yeah.
And
Um,
and how we view marriage, me, it took me 23 years before this happened. I mean,
mhm,
but I've been experiencing domestic abuse from the time I married him, but from the time my daughter was only 5 months old.
mm.
I what I know is um what were we talking about in terms of the learning process.
You were talking about your daughter was 5 months old.
Yes, but then it's a process of really learning what it taught me how to navigate life.
Yes.
Yeah, that's and I still considered it I don't know, a blessing, because if I have not gone through those challenges, I won't
Hmm.
be the same Cynthia as now. I
I agree with that.
I
I
won't be
agree with
a
that.
coach. I won't be an author. I won't be a podcaster. I won't be an international speaker. I will be the same, very submissive, very okay. What do you want me to do?
Yes.
Like that.
Yes, I agree. I agree. I don't hate the experience that I had anymore.
Mhm.
Because without that experience, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't even know who I was because I didn't know who I was. Um,
Exactly.
so that experience taught me who I was,
Mhm.
how strong and resilient I actually am,
Yeah.
how I could face every fear I had and still be okay.
Mhm.
That's what that experience taught me. So
Wow.
I can't hate something that brought my identity to me because I finally looked inside and found, you know, the little garden on the inside of me. I finally found me.
Mhm. And that's what your children will see in you. And,
Yes.
yeah, and you'll be
Yes.
their model. Now, I would just like to ask, what are your goals now? Your goals for the next 12 months?
Um, in the next 12 months, I hope to earn my coaching certification and I'd like to be on stage speaking in the next 12 months.
Mhm. Great. Me, I didn't imagine myself to be speaking on stages. And I was even invited as a keynote speaker. Never did I imagine. But now, but then fear was there, right?
Yes,
Fear
yes,
will
the fear
always
of
be
being
there.
seen.
But I always tell myself, I won't be able to really manage or overcome my fear, not until I face my fear,
Yes,
face
yes.
head on. So,
100, yes, we have to. We have
uh-huh,
to.
yeah, that's right. So, what do you think? I've already discussed about fear, but for you, what would be the main reason, or your main roadblock for you not achieving this goal or these goals?
I don't see any because I control how my life goes.
Mhm.
It goes back to manifestation. The only obstacles that are going to be there are those that I allow to be there. I have to give permission for those things to happen. Um, when you're manifesting your life, you're in control of it.
Mhm.
And you get to decide which direction it goes in. So the only thing that could stop me would be physical illness or my own self. There's nothing else.
What do you mean by your own self?
Meaning if I backtracked out of my healing somehow. But the only thing that can stop me is me. That's it.
Mhm.
This is the life I'm manifesting.
So the what you are saying is about yourself, is it the fear, the limiting beliefs that you're seeing, or what?
I don't have any fears. I don't
So
have,
what is yourself that you were referring to?
meaning if I decided to allow limiting beliefs back into my life.
Oh,
That's what I'm
that,
saying.
yeah. So
Right.
it falls into those things as well.
Yes,
Ah,
yes. If I allowed those
oh,
things to enter back in my life, but I don't, and I don't
yes.
keep people around me who have limiting beliefs either.
It's
I keep
important.
people with vision and people who want to manifest their life and have direction. Those are the people that I keep around me now.
And
So,
that's what I've learned also. I had a lot
yes,
of friends before, but now as
yes.
I grow older, I learn how to filter them.
I have three. I'm down to
Oh,
three.
see? But then those three are the people who would be there lifting you up, who believe in you, and who will be there to support you and push you to your limits so you'll be able to
Yes.
discover your potential.
Yes. They all three of them. Yes.
And it's good to be surrounded by positive people because neg people
This
with
whole world is
full
just
of
negative.
full of negativity, it will just drain you down. It
Yes.
it will drag you instead of
Yes.
you moving forward quickly. Oh, why do you do that? Why do you do it just stops
It
you from,
becomes too much.
yes.
It becomes way too much. Yeah. I do not keep people who don't want to heal or who don't want to grow around me because like crabs in a barrel, they will pull you down.
Yes.
I keep dreamers and doers
Yes. And that's what I
around me.
that's what I've learned also in my life.
Yes.
The people who surround you, try to be choosy as well.
Yes. Yes. 100%. 100%.
Okay, so before we end, I would just like to ask, what advice would you like to share to our listeners? Simple
Speak
advice.
up. Speak up. Love yourself. You're valuable. But if someone is harming you, tell someone. Please tell someone. And don't wait until it's happening for years. The first time you see that behavior, please understand that behavior will return. It's not going to go away with all the promises and things. It doesn't. So
I,
find your voice and speak to someone.
yes, yes. There are a lot of resources available
Yes.
you could get in touch with if you
Mm-hmm.
experience these things. And I'm I don't know, no, because back home in the Philippines, there were no laws during the time when I was experiencing no laws, no programs to protect abused victims.
Mm.
I'm glad here it's a criminal offense.
Yes. Yes,
And
it
yeah,
is.
and so you're really protected. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful that it's not that, well, it we separated, but I was able to stop the domestic abuse within the family because
Mm-hmm.
it goes on through generation. And that's what I want to teach my children. This is
Yes.
not normal.
My children are not in abusive relationships, and I'm very grateful for that. So they learned something
Mhm.
out of, their childhood. They learned what they didn't want in their life.
Yeah,
So I've got a lot of respect for them for that.
that's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how will they be able to reach you? Are there the website which you'd like to share with us?
Blackbutterflygoddess.com.
Mhm.
And I am Black Butterfly Goddess on all social media platforms.
So it's it's not your name, Tywanah Evette, or
That's my personal Facebook. The
Facebook.
Yeah, that Tawana Evette is my personal Facebook.
Okay.
But Black Butterfly Goddess is my business social media
So
across on all of them.
okay, so you have Facebook, Instagram,
Instagram,
LinkedIn,
yes, TikTok, Twitter, those four.
no LinkedIn.
Oh, yes, sorry,
Uh-huh.
LinkedIn as well.
So
I
LinkedIn,
always forget that that's considered social media. I
uh,
always forget.
so LinkedIn, it has the same, you have the
Black
same
Butterfly
account,
Goddess.
Black Butter.
Yes.
So at least I know when, because I'll be sharing this after, once I publish this episode. I want everybody to hear your story
Thank you.
and
Thank
learn from
you.
your story. Okay,
Thank you
thank
so
you so
much.
much. Are there any questions you'd like to?
No, not at all. Thank you again for having me. You've been so gracious.
Oh, you're welcome, and I'm glad that you were able to make it and you accepted the invitation, and thank you again.
My pleasure. Have
Oh,
a good day.
have a good day and God bless you.
You too.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.